Live from Cool Boys Central.
You're the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
From bat tips to bat nips, we are just three cool boys revisiting Batman, the animated series, and wearing hats. This is Batman and Beyond, a Cool Boys podcast.
I see Batman and Beyond.
Greetings, Cool Boy Bat Nation, and welcome to another installment of Batman and Beyond, a Cool Boys podcast. I'm Felk.
I'm Ballard.
And I'm Steve.
So cool.
Tonight's episode is Eternal Youth, directed by Kevin Altieri and written by Beth Bornstein. This episode aired September 23rd, 1992, and features Poison Ivy. Wikipedia says several rich industrialists are invited to the Eternal Youth Health Spa, and that's where they are last seen before disappearing. The only connection they had something to do with the death of plants. Bruce Wayne also receives an invitation, although it was one of his greedy directors who nearly made the deal to destroy a rainforest before Bruce forced him to shut down the operation.
Asshole.
But Alfred and his lady friend, that's in quotes, Maggie, go in his place. When they do not return, Batman is forced to investigate, discovering that the spa is run by Poison Ivy and that she has been using a formula to turn the industrialists into humanoid trees, including Alfred and Maggie. To discuss this episode, here's Ballard.
Hey.
And Steve.
Hey now.
You can't do a fake voice if you're trying to establish your voice. Hi, I'm Ballard.
Hi. Hi, guys.
Hey.
This week I'm Ballard.
So yeah, I didn't really like this episode.
Yeah, I didn't like it either so much.
Oh, I like your voice in this podcast.
I kind of wish you always sounded like that.
But
See how long it goes.
yeah, you know, this was pretty weak episode. The only thing that was like somewhat weird was just that they were developing, I guess, Alfred's life outside of being Batman's butler. So he has some sort of love interest, I guess.
Yeah. Maggie Page. It was super weak. She's totally DTF with Alfred AF. But Alfred does not want that punani.
You know, your voice has kind of changed actually from when you first said hello.
Why?
We know what Alfred wants from the Underdwellers episode.
But
yeah, if we look back to the Underdwellers episode, he was, enjoying the company, let's say, of something other than full-grown women.
Well, it definitely seemed like he was attracted to Maggie, and that they got it on at this youth spa. But it was just something, I don't know. I definitely thought this was a needless episode.
And why not? Maggie's a hot piece of ass. I do her any day, all day.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm not really sure. Besides, having the stuff with Poison Ivy, that was about it, I guess. But it just, again, they're just having the same sort of theme of her going against the industrialists and the businessmen, destroying the environment.
Yeah, really. Like, this is mostly an Alfred episode. It's a dumb, evil spa episode. Next.
All right.
Great stuff. Great bad stuff.
Well, I guess I'd give this one a one cool boy.
Out of what?
Are you seriously wrapping up? We need more than that for an episode.
Out of what?
If this is, I mean, I don't know what to do. Or is this going to be with you doing a character?
One out of what? One out of what? One out of what?
He's done crazy voices before. There was one time we tried to talk about monster cocks, and he wanted to do like, I first saw the Monster Cocks website when I was. Remember that one?
Yeah, I loved it. It was awesome. I think that ended up being the Easter egg, or that's the After Dark. I can't remember which. All right. Well, yeah, Violet and Lily, they sound like fun. Felk, how much would it cost for both of them at a spa like that?
A fancy spa. Like, how long did they stay?
I don't know. It was like a weekend, I think.
A weekend? 1,500, $2,000.
Did you see Violet and Lily?
6,000.
Because I'm looking at them and I'm thinking like, that's got to be like well over whatever Pretty Woman was, and Pretty Woman was like what, 4,000 or something like that.
You talking about hookers or the VIP spa?
Spa.
Okay, but you fuck girls at the spa is what you're implying.
I think Violet and Lily are on the menu. That's
Okay.
the way they imply with this fucking video ad.
I don't think they're implying well, maybe.
I thought they're just
I
saying
do
that-
remember this part. We'll fuck you at the. All right.
Yeah, they do. Come here. We're both here, ready and open.
Sandals resorts have hot bitches dressed like that. Like, you don't get to fuck them.
I thought the idea was that they're there.
I thought they were
Candy.
just supposed to be like, we're youthful, and this is eternal youth.
You know, Maggie Page is showing up right now in the episode, and she's pretty fucking hot. Look at her. She's a hot little old lady. Her hair's just a little short, but it's a little feathered back, so I guess it's working it. She's got a huge rack, though. Jesus Christ. She's not so bad.
I'm looking up VIP spa price.
I think it's a pretty dumb episode. One of the reasons I think it's a dumb episode is not only because it's Alfred episode, and I mean, realistically, who the fuck like tuned in to watch this because they're like, maybe this episode will be about Alfred, but I it's stupid because Ivy, her whole plan here is to get these executives, right, these people doing the wrong to the fucking, you know, the environment, nature, and hurting it in some form or fashion, and then turning them into trees. She then tries to trick Bruce to come in there. Now, here's the problem. How the fuck is she going to have to pretend that she's Demetria, whatever the fuck her name is, Delilah, right? How's she going to pretend she's that person when Bruce met her and knows her from Two-Face Part 1 and Two-Face Part 2 when she was being, you know, Harvey's girlfriend, and he figured out, oh, you're actually trying to attempt to murder my fucking friend with poison. At what point did she think she was going to pull a fast one on Bruce Wayne? Not even let alone the fact that he's Batman. Just the idea of Bruce Wayne, a super on his own, wouldn't be able to put two and two together? This is fucking stupid. This is a horrible episode. It's horrible plot.
For VIP spa weekends in New York and LA, I'm seeing like all the way up to like $4,000 for a weekend for 4 seasons to some like exclusive membership clubs.
Yeah, what's VIP?
VIP spa weekend.
What does that mean though exactly? What's that like really mean?
Basically kind of like just spa treatments of you know, all the facials, not that kind, probably mud baths, mani pedis, massage after massage for an entire weekend.
Not non-sexual.
Just being pampered. Well, I mean, there's pictures of really hot girls doing the massages. There's pictures of the really nice suites you'll stay at. Someone's probably gonna fuck you there.
You go to one of those, and then it's like it's a Maggie Page that shows up. It's like, hey, I'm gonna give you your Swedish massage or whatever. You're like, whoa, wait, I thought I was getting Violet or Lily.
It's probably a middle-aged Asian woman in reality. If you're in LA at least. But yeah, up to $6,000 for a weekend. It's a beautiful view though. This is the 4 seasons. You get pampered.
All right, so Maggie does look good. She's slathered in green mud. Nice rack too. Alfred should definitely hit that shit, but unfortunately, Alfred likes something different other than full-grown women. All right. I don't understand how fucking.
I didn't really think this was a good episode. The only thing I thought was interesting is that you see the connection between Batman and Alfred. So, you know, again, looking at the psyche of Batman is that he gets visibly shocked when he sees Alfred turned into a tree. So he's like horrified, and he tries to play it cool because if he's too shocked, then it's going to give away that he's Bruce Wayne. And so that was probably the only thing that I thought was kind of interesting about the episode. But it was like, you know, one of these things like, oh, it's personal. You hurt Alfred. I'm going to, you know, take this one to be personal. But I thought it was pretty boring. It was definitely one that like was not to be kind of remembered.
Yeah, because I really didn't remember it. And then I saw it and I was like, this is kind of garbage, actually. I like that Alfred redecorated the Batcave, though, with plants everywhere. It really livened it up, I thought.
Before he passed out or something, you know, from
overexhaust. I mean, did you see what he did? He was hanging him over fucking Batcave with like 1,000-foot like ceilings with like, you know, stalagmites and stalactites and whatever the fuck they're called.
Stalactites.
Yeah. So those ones. And then, wait, here's the other thing. Batman then goes and rolls up on this Eternal Youth spa, right? But they show him hang gliding. they don't show where he started hang gliding. So are we to assume that he left the Batcave hang gliding all the way to Eternal Youth Spa? Like, how did he get there? He took a hang glider the whole way.
Possibly.
Attaboy, Bat. And then here's the other thing I like about what Batman did before he went. He dosed his costume with herbicidal antidote just in case.
He just like gave himself cancer. You know, he just sprayed on all this like weed off. You know.
Yeah. All those pesticides and shit is gonna help. You know?
I protected myself by dousing myself with all this pesticide.
A pesticide mixed in with all this herbicidal antidote. This will save me. I like Ivy is still using the wild crossbow here. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Look at her. Boom. Shooting off that wild crossbow. She didn't upgrade. She hasn't upgraded yet. So she's still kind of not supernatural yet. But she does do that later in the series, right?
I'm not sure.
Something like that.
That's after the redesign, I believe. After the
okay, so season 3 or something like that.
Yeah, because the redesign, her skin is like green, and then she gets powers.
Okay. Well, this episode really should have killed her off based on what happens. I mean, a fucking giant tree grows below her and then smashes her into the ceiling, a glass ceiling of this fucking greenhouse. It should kill her by all, purposes. Look at it. It's crushing her. But it doesn't because, the tree probably loved her and saved her and kept her alive. Right, fellas? Guys, seriously, So this is what I read online. This is from some DC fan animated site, wiki site. They were talking about how this was a test episode for Maggie Page. They were trying to see if she could be like, Alfred's friend that comes back every few episodes and is referenced in the show. So like Steve Urkel, right? But this is a failed attempt because we never mention her again. But can you imagine a world in which Maggie Page was in every single episode from here on out? Like she just showed up next to Alfred.
Or she just kept coming back, I guess, as they kept coming back to Alfred's love life.
Want to go on another jog? Alfred, you want to go on a weekend away at a spa?
Mm-hmm.
Within distance for hang gliding, just in case.
I've been shanghaied.
Shanghai. Isn't that when you take someone from, you knock them out in a bar and then you throw them into a boat and send them off to Shanghai, China? But that's not necessarily that anymore. Like that's where it started.
No.
Oh.
I think it had something to do with being forced or tricked into joining the Navy.
The Navy. Only the Navy. Oh, okay. I know they did shit like that way back in the day out of this bar or this pub, this inn called Ye Old Trip to Jerusalem. And the idea was that people used to way back in the day during the Crusades would pass out there. They would always wake up and they'd be on their way to the Crusades. They'd be in Italy or fucking crossing the Mediterranean or some shit. That's the stories, of course.
This was from a Google search. It says Shanghai is forced someone to join a ship lacking a full crew by drugging them or using other underhanded means.
Nice. Drugging them. Yeah, that's
Let's see what Urban Dictionary says.
Do it. Ye Old Trip to Jerusalem. They said that usually when people were drunk, they quote unquote drug themselves. But yeah,
Shanghai is what I'm looking up, right?
Yeah, Shanghai. Look up Shanghai. Yeah.
Urban Dictionary says get Shanghai to be swindled, cheated, lied to, robbed, stolen from, to be defrauded.
Oh yeah, I guess you've heard it in westerns or some shit. You're I've been Shanghai.
To jack a fool.
Yeah.
Steve, it's my job to read Urban Dictionary.
Oh, is it?
No, I'm talking to you. It's totally fine. Urban Dictionary is for everyone.
But don't do it again, Steve.
Urban Dictionary is for everyone. And also, Shanghai, I thought it had some weird gay sex term meaning too, but it doesn't.
Look up. I'm sure Urban Dictionary's got that version.
It doesn't actually. It's just the regular one. Being kidnapped, being taken advantage of.
Hey guys, I got a quick question. Who would you rather fuck? Violet, the brunette, or Lily, the blonde?
I'd have to look at them again.
Probably Lily.
Which one's which?
Lily's the blonde, and Violet's the brunette with bangs.
Lily, the blonde.
I think Lily too.
Yeah.
Lily's good. All right, Steve, you gave us 1 out of 5 boys. Steve, tell us why 1 out of 5 boys.
It's back.
Oh, I think I already said. I made that pretty clear.
Nice,
soft-spoken, Mike.
I love it.
But
I'm
yeah.
2 out of 5 boys for all the reasons I stated earlier too.
Okay, why is it 2 out of 5 for you?
Because of all the reasons I stated earlier, like I just said, you silly.
Okay, because, all right, satisfied to be. I don't care.
I don't want to
Eternal
restate
youth.
what I just said over the last 20 minutes.
Okay.
You're so silly.
Great bat stuff, gentlemen. Cool Boy Nation, tune in next week. Same cool bat time, same cool bat channel. Cool Bat Nation, be sure to let us bat know what you bat thought of Eternal Youth or what your favorite bat episode is by bat emailing us at batmanandbeyondcoolboys@gmail.com. New episodes of Batman and Beyond come out every Tuesday. Please check out our other great Cool Boy Central content with The Cool Boys Podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Patreon, where the Cool Boys have an uncensored discussion about 5 so cool movies, everything ranging from bods to dongs and all the boners they have given us. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Cool Boys Podcast and Facebook group us at The Cool Boys Podcast. Like and subscribe to us on YouTube. You can find us on YouTube by searching for The Cool Boys Podcast. And be sure to rate and review us on iTunes at The Cool Boys Podcast. And if you like, you can donate to us on Patreon and receive additional episodes of Cool Boys After Dark and a Cool Boy shout out on the Cool Boys Podcast that airs every Tuesday. You can find the Cool Boys on Patreon at patreon.com/coolboyspodcast. Thank you for listening. Stay cool, Cool Boy Nation. Until next time, it's Byzies from Felk.
That's Byzies from Ballard.
And Byzies from Steven.
So cool.
Batman
And beyond.
Oh yeah. Batman.
and Beyond.
Oh,